Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Watford Way. What a crazy 48 hours we've had at the club, and we'll dive into a lot of that before kickoff. Here, we've gone live slightly earlier today, and kind of talk about the statement from Gino Pozzo this morning. But welcome to the stream. Lots of you tuning in already ahead of kickoff, and also we'll dive into the Watford team news. A change of system once again from a back four, reverting back to the back five we've seen for the majority of the season. But I hope everyone is having a good day. The weather outside my window is much improved from yesterday, actually, of course, with the storm. A lot sunnier, a lot brighter, and hopefully, following Gino Pozzo's statement today, Tom Cleverley will be in charge after the Coventry City match. I'm joined today by my good friend Callum at the Hornets house. Callum, welcome back to the channel. How are things over there? How are you? And yeah, a very interesting, couple of days for Watford fans in regards to Tom Cleverley's future at the club.
God, it's been a turbulent few hours, I can tell you that. But yeah, it's all good on my side. I did listen up to the stream that we had with you and Ned yesterday. Really, really good insights from him, and of course, hope Ned's all well. But yeah, absolutely crazy few hours. It's obviously undetermined whether Tom's going to be in a job after this, as we all thought. As we all read by the rumours that were speculating around for the first 24 hours, but. God, it's interesting to see what happens to this game. Hopefully the players can put in a real shift, and hopefully we can see Tom at the Vic for the foreseeable.
Yes, and I'll read you out the statement we saw this morning. I had a lie-in today, so I woke up and this statement come out straight away. And it says the following. It says, Hornets owner Gino Pozzo says support for Tom Cleverley remains firmly in place heading into today's game at Coventry City and well beyond. Scott Duxbury and I quote, have always believed the best possible chance of success this season is with Tom Cleverley as our head coach. There are always frustrations along the way during any season. An interesting choice of words there from Gino. But we always identified Tom as a bright young coach who we could work together with to help deliver success to the club. We are committed to support him. Again, very key words there to read. We're committed to support him and look forward to the challenges ahead together. So a rarity that Watford have heard from the owner in Gino Pozzo, Cal. He very rarely speaks publicly ever. To hear that statement from him today, after the events of the last 48 hours, does that give you any reassurance? Or if anything, does that make you panic slightly more that in maybe a couple of weeks' time when we face the likes of Leeds and Sunderland and Luton, that he might pull the trigger at that point, regardless of what he said in that statement today?
I mean, you can look at this from either one or two ways. This could be divided within the fan base, but seeing how united we've been, I can only assume this has only gone one way. You can either think of it as, well, we know that the Voices of the Vic put out some things on social media yesterday. I was on a Twitter space with them, and they showed over a little clip of an interview they had with Scott Duxbury in regards to asking him about whether him and the board have the full trust and the full backing of Tom Cleverley moving in towards throughout the entire season. And he basically said exactly what Gino said, just in different wording. So either you could take it in the way of are they sticking to their word? Is that generally what they do believe, contrary to all the reports that were reported over the last few hours? Or you can think of it from this perspective of they've seen the backlash, they've heard the voice of all the fans, they know the response they've got. Have they done a U-turn on the decision? And have they used the speculation as what has been put on Watford social medias as almost a bit of a cop-out, see how it goes for the next few games? And like you said there, with the opponents we've got coming up, we've got Leeds, we've got Sunderland, we've got so many hard opponents to come up. Following those fixtures, will he then being set to leave, and will they pull the trigger then? That's definitely something that we can take. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, as long as we know that the boys, are putting in 100% effort, aren't down in tools. Obviously, they've also known the response that we've given out. We've got full backing behind Tom. There was a movement that was put on Twitter and across our social medias, #BackTom, I stand with Tom. We saw it at the stadium. It just shows that. Sorry, that was my phone going off if you did hear that. yeah, as long as we know that we're putting 100% effort in every game for Tom and showing what we're about, showing that he does have the capability to lead this team to good things, as he's one of the only managers that we've ever had who's A, played for us, knows the morals of the club, knows the principles of the club and what we stand for, and two, almost defied the odds of what he could do as manager. We're extremely overachieving this season. We all expect we're going to be down the bottom of the table. So, it's all down to the backing of the board and the hierarchy of Watford. Supporting Tom with signings, giving him money, and actually giving him the tools that he needs to succeed. Because he's proven he has the managerial prowess. It's just how about how we go about things for the rest of the season.
Absolutely, and for me, I've just found the communications from Watford, especially in the last couple of days, really, really strange. From a PR and communications perspective in the media industry, I personally think they've handled it really, really poorly. We started obviously with the rumours from Angel Garcia, a Spanish journalist based in Madrid, who come out with the story that Pacheta was set to join the club. Andrew French then approached Watford and he received a firm no comment, which to me suggested quite a lot that there was stuff going on behind the scenes. A day later, or I think later that evening actually, Watford then issued a statement through Twitter saying that Tom Cleverley would be in charge for Coventry, but then it didn't mention the matches after Coventry. And then obviously today they seem to have finally figured out what to say, obviously getting Gino Pozzo involved in that statement. Just finally on Pozzo, before we move on to the starting 11, Callum, it is refreshing to hear from him. I think we do have to say that. He does very rarely speak to the media, and we do have to give him a little bit of credit for coming out today. Whether that statement will come back to bite him, we'll have to wait and see. But he does have history of backing managers and then several weeks later, sacking them straight away. I think it was Lou Orns on Twitter earlier who posted that at Udinese, they publicly said the manager was going to receive a new contract, and then a month later, they sacked him. So we could be seeing a similar situation here. Just very quickly, Callum, on our upcoming run of fixtures, we've got the likes of Leeds, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, Norwich. We end with Luton in that tough run. Is Tom going to survive, in your opinion?
Well, to be fair, what you just said there is exactly like taking the words out of my mouth from what I was going to say before this, before all the other questions that you just asked. We've seen this. We've had previous with this. We've seen it with Rob Edwards. Of course, we have the infamous "we will back Rob hell or high water," and of course, weeks later, that proved to not be the case. So the fact that Gino's publicly come out, it does almost further reinstate that he's responding to the real wild response that he received from the Watford fans, and rightfully so. But again, the Pozzos are a mixed bag. Honestly, once there's a bad run of form, that's ultimately they'll take that as we can't continue with this guy any longer. We're going to put him on the back shelf, or we're going to sack him and bring in a manager who, has experience and knows what he's doing. But then, it's just a bit of a rinse and repeat cycle. It's like the infamous quote from Einstein: "Insanity is doing the same thing each time and expecting the same results. They're doing things differently each time and expecting the same results." But yeah. The response was also quite bad when Rob Edwards left as well, because ultimately we thought he was doing quite well and didn't have as nearly as enough time as what he was given. So I do find it interesting that he's completely revoked basically the entire process of what was being reported with Pacheta flying. That was reported that he was flying to London to get the contract signed, to get everything sorted in regards to becoming the manager and replacing Tom. So to see that whole thing's kind of been scrapped, and knowing that Tom's taken the lead for Coventry, obviously has proven the backlash has got into him, I feel. But it is clear ultimately through that statement, that, in my opinion anyway, make sure you let me know what you think in the chat, that I think that Gino, nor Gianluca Nani, nor Scott Doxbury actually do still want him as manager. And I think they are waiting on a few bad results. Like I said, we have got an extremely tough run ending with the derby. And I reckon if we do see some bad results, and of course that is probably expected considering where they are in the table, they'll probably get rid of him, I reckon. And I just think that statement there kind of just proves as a bit of a testament as to how much they're hanging him out to dry if they do continue to keep him on. So ultimately that's just my opinion, but I'd love to get your thoughts on it.
Okay, so finally, before we let Callum go until half time, here is the team news for the game. Coventry, with an unchanged team, I believe, from their victory over Blackburn Rovers last time out. And they have some good Championship players in there, likes of Ellis Sims, you guys will know, Thomas Asante, Radoni, Bidwell. Van Erwick on the right hand side of midfield there as well. Watford, very interesting from our perspective. Of course, in recent weeks we've experimented with a back four, and you can see there by this formation at least that we've gone with a back five. I suspect Tottenham have got this slightly wrong. I suspect Edu Kayembe will drop into where Shakhtar is, and then Shakhtar will play alongside Vata and Bayo up front. But the Watford team is Bond, Porteous, Morris, Pollock with Ngakia, Shakhtar, Dede Bashiru and Yassir Larouchi, and Edu Kayembe, Vacuum Bayo and Rocco Vata. So before we let you go, Cal, the Watford team, of course, we have lots of injuries at the moment, but overall, are you pretty content with that? I think that's the best lineup we could have put out given the current situation, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. I just want to quickly say there. So yeah, we've got FootMob's version of the 11 here. I have gone for a slightly different website, as you guys know. If you watched the streams previously, I go with SofaScore, and they have got the exact same player, just in different positions. We can see that Matty Pollock's moved to central centre back, with James Morris taking up the left centre back spot, with Yassir Larouchi and Ngakia swap round. Ngakia at right wing back, and then Yassir Larouchi at left wing back. We've got George Shakhtar and TDB in the midfield pivot, with Edo Kambe and Rocco Vata in the cam spots, and then Bayo leading up front. But yeah, in terms of what I think with the squad, Bond, of course, that's what we expect. He's been absolutely brilliant since he's come in, deputising for Dan Backman, obviously with his injury, and he's probably going to stay there for the remainder of the season now, considering how consistent, how solid he's been. With the back line, interesting that I've seen he's dropped CRLta. He has proven within the games he does have a mistake in him, but of course as well he does then, I think it was in the Derby game, that he also does, save us at the vital moments. Of course, we do go back to that goal line clearance that he had against Derby. I think it was either Derby or Cardiff, I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's like one of those two games. We've got Yassir Larouchi again expected. Really, I expected him at left wing back, as I did in Ngakia. With the midfield pivot, good to see that TDB still got his pace with Chapadazzi. I think that's a good little balance we've got in midfield. I think to many Watford fans' delight almost of the way. We all know how vocal many fans have been on Moussa Sissoko. To see him drop to the bench, I think it does show that there is a bit of an intent from Cleverly, and has shown that he is trying to go for the kill, because I think, with Moussa Sissoko, some of the performances he's put in, he does show a bit of laziness. That's just my opinion, but I think that's what many fans would probably think too. Rocco Vata, as expected, he's been on fire since his form and it's been great. And of course, with the absence of Barr now, and it probably will be for a few months, considering how severe his injury's been, according to what Tom said in the pressers, he's going to stay there for probably the remainder of the season. Obviously, God forbid nothing happens to him. With Edo next to him, and of course Bayo, while he again, like we know, he is a mixed bag. One day he can't hit a barn door, the next day he can hit 2 or 3 in one game. He is our leading striker. He's got double figures in the Championship. I think we all expected him. So yeah, pretty much a expected starting 11, as strong as we can get with the injuries we've got.
Lovely stuff, Callum. Thanks for your input there. We'll rejoin you at half-time to give my voice a break. Callum, quickly before you go, score prediction. I've gone 1-0 Watford. What's your prediction?
Oh God, we'll be lucky to keep a clean sheet. I won't lie, because it's been so manic across this last 48 hours. I reckon it'll take a while for us to really kind of get into play. But for me, I'll say 2-1 Watford win. I've still got to be optimistic. I reckon we'll concede early. I reckon we'll concede first, and then we're going to see some Rocco Vata magic again. I'm expecting another Wonder goal. I'm going to put that out there, because that's all he seems to score. And then I reckon we're going to get a Bayo around the 60th minute strike to win us the game and to see us off. So 2-1 Watford win. Come on, you Warns.
Come on, you Warns. Thank you, Callum, for your input. And as I said, we'll see Callum at half-time. So here we go. Watford versus Coventry City. The players are out. I can see Tom Cleverly as our manager on the touchline. Really looking forward to this one. Frank Lampard, there as well at the CBS Arena. My younger brother actually is at the stadium today, so I will be keeping an eye out for him. He's told me where he's sitting, so my eyes will be firmly focused on that Watford away and looking out for my younger brother and his mates. We'll take a quick look at your comments. Hobby Town afternoon, James, and everyone. Dylan Francis will do well to get a draw if the team defends well enough. It's possible. George I. Bedless says, didn't check the starting 11, surprised to see Morris play. Absolutely, Morris hasn't featured for quite some time, has he? So really intriguing to see the change of system and Morris kind of return to that starting 11. What the paper said says, sounds like Pacheta turned them down. Well, the rumour is there was an issue with his work permit, apparently, although I'm not sure where that information has come from. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, Tom Cleverley will be our manager at least until the end of this season. Tom Potts says, hello, James. Just joined, hoping for a big win. So am I. So am I. It would be so nice to, to get that victory just for Tom. Just for Tom. It would be, incredible scenes. VJ says, can we aim for 30 likes? Absolutely. If you are new around here, please do hit subscribe down below and do leave a like on the stream as well. It really does help the channel out. VJ's gone with a bio brace. Matt's here. He's gone with a 2-1 Watford win. I've gone with a 1-0 Rocco Vata wonder strike. Jerry Sudworth says, can't wait to see Watford lose this one. Our good friend Jerry, of course, the Wildstone fan. The writing is on the wall. Watford relegation. Well, Jerry, I would say Luton are about to get relegated because they lost again today against Millwall. So, yeah, I'd turn your attention towards Luton rather than Watford, Jerry. But thank you for your input. We are underway here at the CBS Arena. Well, I can actually see the Watford fans. The camera just panned over to them for just a moment. I think we've sold out all the allocated blocks we were given as well, which is, yeah, a really good feat and really impressive from Watford. I saw someone say, I think we've taken 3,500 today, which is, yeah, really incredible. I mean, it's not the nearest of places to go, Coventry, but it's also, not in the far-flung northern regions of the country. It's not like going to Sunderland or Newcastle or anything like that. It's about an hour and a half in the car, I would say, from Watford. So yeah, pretty easy commute to get to. And yeah, my younger brother is there with his mates. I'm hoping he'll see a good Watford performance today. If you want to know where I am in the game, I'm 55 seconds in at the moment. So yeah, Watford kicking from left to right in the first half. We are wearing actually the home kit today as it stands at the moment. So yeah, no black kit, no purple kit. Of course, we've not actually won in that black kit at all this season. It's like a curse. So yeah, we're wearing the yellow home kit and red shorts, kicking from left to right in the first half, which does look like we'll be kicking towards them Watford fans in the second half. Jonathan Bond in goal. Coventry City with an early throw. It looks like they're going to take this long. Oh, the header comes in. Watford struggling to defend here. It's cleared by Ryan Porteous. Oh, excuse me. I was about to burp, but I tried to keep it down because I thought that would be rude. Oh, dear. Yeah, he tuned in last night, actually, me and my good friend Ned of the Yellow Squared podcast and another Watford podcast you guys should go and check out. We did a really kind of deep dive stream into the future of Tom Cleverley, what we know so far, and what the future is really for Gino Pozzo at Watford. And yeah, a lot of people tuned in for that last night. So if you were there, I do apologise we couldn't read all your comments, but as you can imagine, the interest was very high in regards to Tom Cleverley's Watford future. And yeah, we just got to hope that, the guys can put in, a decent performance for him today. And yeah, the 3 points is what we need because I mentioned with Callum there, actually, the run of fixtures we have coming up. We've got Norwich, I think, next Saturday at 12:30. We then go to Leeds, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, Luton. I mean, that is tough. That is a tough run. So, yeah, today is very vital. Even though Coventry are quite low down in the table, they do have better players, I would say, than their league position suggests. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. 3 minutes gone though already. Not too much has happened. Watford have possession at the moment. Porteous just taking a throw there for the Hornets. Hopefully it's not a boring game, because sometimes we sit here and we register, one shot on target in 90 minutes, and I find it quite hard to stay excited. So yeah, hopefully, an end-to-end exciting game of championship football. Interesting that Sissoko has been dropped to the bench today. Some question marks and rumours about his professionalism in the dressing room, which I found interesting. And I think it's clear to see Musa Sissoko hasn't been putting in, the adequate performances in the Watford shirt, especially for someone who, when he does play, is the on-field captain. So, yeah, refreshing to see, obviously, Tom Delly back in today alongside Edu Kayembe. I would much prefer Loser, of course, to be in there, but Loser picked up an injury against Preston. So, yeah, we've pretty much selected the strongest 11 we had available today. A couple of academy players on the bench. Amin Nebazada is on the bench, an attacking midfielder from the academy. So we really are at bare bones at the moment, especially in them attacking areas. Mamadou Doumbia is our only other fit striker currently available. We've got Andrews, Tom Ince, but there's not really any other, front foot, attacking pacey options to bring off the bench. So, yeah. Here come Coventry, down this left-hand side. Passing around at the back at the moment, trying to shift Watford across the pitch. Of course, get your questions in throughout the stream in the live chat. I'm happy to talk about anything and everything football related or non-football related. You guys know I'm pretty chill when it comes to them things. Coventry shoot, hits the side netting, goes out for a Watford goal kick. I think that was Thomas Asante there with the shot. Frank Lampard drinking what looks to be a bottle of Lucasade or something. VJ with a super sticker. Thank you so much for your support, VJ. As you know, it's really appreciated. So yeah, really appreciate the financial contribution there. Auntie Angie, hello, long time no speak. Hello, friends, just waking up in Oregon. What is the news today? Well, the news is, Angie, that Tom Cleverley is still the Watford manager. So, yeah, positives to take. Our owner, Gino Pozzo, of course, issued a statement earlier today in regards to his backing of Tom Cleverley. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite him in the near or long-term future. But as it stands, if we take what the club say at face value, they back Tom Cleverley. And yeah, he'll at least be here for the game today because we're playing that right now. What the future holds after today's game is yet to be seen. But as it stands, Angie, Tom Cleverley is still the Watford manager. Yeah, Coventry just trying to tempt Watford forward in the press, and I think they're going to try and kind of break through the midfield. It's kind of how they're playing at the moment. Lots of passes between kind of their two centre backs and the full backs, or Tom Delly Bashiru just losing possession there, and yeah, it goes out for a Coventry throw. Yeah, what are you guys up to this weekend then? Of course, you're watching me for the next couple of hours, but after the game today, are you guys up to anything interesting, anything exciting? Are you going out clubbing, to the pub, going out for a meal? Let me know. Yeah, hopefully we can all celebrate with a Watford win later today. Jeremy Ngakia playing in the team today. I didn't think he was that great in the last game at home, actually. I'm there, of course, for every home game. And he really got exposed at times, Jeremy Ngakia. I don't know if it was fatigue or just maybe, one of them games where they have an off day. But I did feel he really struggled with the kind of pace and physicality of that Preston game. What's the score right now? Thank you for reminding me. I should put up the... bear with me. There we go. That's better. I forgot to do that. Thank you, Angie. Yeah, Coventry City 0, Watford 0. Do not worry. We are 8 minutes in as it stands so far. So yeah, Vacuum Bio, Georgie, and Vata is definitely the front three. Kayembe playing slightly more advanced than Tom Deli Bashiru. And then, yeah, of course, the three centre-backs in Morris. Coventry, again, shooting just wide. They're getting closer. They're getting closer. I don't know if that took a nick off a Watford defender. I think they're asking for a corner to be given here. Yeah, just wide to kind of the right-hand side of Jonathan Bond's post there. I think Arsenal are playing in the Premier League right now, actually, as well. So, yeah, at half-time, if I remember, we'll take a look at the other Championship and Premier League fixtures, of course, as well. But yeah, our focus firmly on the Hornets at the CBS Arena up in Coventry today. A very sunny Coventry for a change. Yeah, Watford doing a lot of defending early on here. Coventry putting Watford under lots and lots of pressure. That's gone out now for the first corner of the game. Coventry City with that. And Ngakia just heading that clear after that period of pressure. And of course, they are at home in front of what I believe to be about 27,000 attendance today at the CBS Arena. So, yeah, they've packed out the stadium pretty well. And I'm sure under Frank Lampard, they'll want to accelerate up the table. If they win today, I think it's 3 wins on the trot for the Sky Blues. So, yeah, the impetus is there for them to pick up the victory. So here comes the corner. Was it going to be a near post or a back post? Let's have a look. Jonathan Bond punches clear. Still kind of in the danger area. Ellis Sims with the shot. And that that is an awful shot. What an awful shot that is by Ellis Sims. He shoots. It definitely didn't take a deflection. And yeah, his shot goes out for a throw, which shows how poor that was. He was under pressure. I mean, that is one of the worst shots I've ever seen, I've got to say. Yeah, not great there from Ellis Sims. Good striker, though. I'd absolutely take him at Watford. I think they paid quite a lot of money for him, actually. I'm not sure where he come from, Ellis Sims. I can't remember. But yeah, I think Coventry, I'm sure they paid £4 or £5 million to kind of secure him. An offside there for Coventry. So Watford have a free kick. Don't Wildstone have ex-Watford man Mariappa? I think they do, Tom. I'm not sure if he's a regular starter for them or if he's just, you know, kind of like a bench player at this stage in his career. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I know he does. I know he does play for them. In fact, the Hornets house is bang on. Ellis Sims was at Everton. You are bang on. I couldn't quite remember. But yeah, Coventry City spent, I'm sure, quite substantial. It might have been in the tens of millions of pounds for Ellis Sims. I can't remember, but it was a lot of money at the time. Time for a drink. Of course, no alcohol. Just the water for me today. So Coventry City with another corner here. Here we go. This time from the opposite corner to the one that was just taken. Yasser Larouchi and the Vacuum Bio marking Ellis Sims at the near post. Bond punches clear again. An opportunity to get a shot away. Cleared by Watford. Georgie challenges for the header. Under lots of pressure here. Yeah, I mean, Watford haven't really got into the Coventry City half once yet. 12 minutes in. Yeah, certainly could improve, but we've not conceded in the first 5 minutes, which is getting, you know, that is a positive. We've not conceded within 5 minutes for a change. Come on. Oh dear. As VJ says, like, subscribe, and share the stream around as well if you are enjoying my my poor commentary. I wouldn't say I'm the best commentator, but I try my best. You know, in my head, I'll be watching the game anyway, so I might as well watch the game here with you guys as well and have a nice little chit-chat. Oh, here comes Georgie Shakpatatse, our first real attacking move of the game. Here's Yasser Larouchi. Tom Deli Bashiru fakes the shot. Oh, and Kayembe shoots from distance. really far out, probably a 30-yard shot or so there by Edu Kayembe, and it goes over the bar. But Watford's first real attacking move wasn't really a big chance. But yeah, Watford having the opportunity to get a couple of shots away on goal. So Jerry Sudworth said he went to Watford once to visit a charity shop. Someone barged him out the way, and that's why he doesn't like Watford. What a shame. That is terrible to hear, Jerry. I hope you aren't traumatized by that experience. Okay, moving on. Back to the CBS Arena. Rocco Vata, lovely pressing from Rocco Vata, put in the Coventry defence under pressure. There are a couple of Coventry players whose names I can't pronounce, so I'm not even going to bother. But one of them is a centre-back, and his name is probably about 20 characters long. So, yeah, my player names are firmly going to be for Watford today. I don't want to make a fool out of myself. I'm sure if you look at this Coventry starting 11, you can work out the player whose name I don't want to try. Is the Watford turnout good, James, says RS9. I think we've taken 3,500 actually today. We're in the corner at the moment. The camera keeps panning over to them. So we'll be shooting towards our own fans, RS9, in the second half of this game. But yeah, a good turnout. Obviously, I can't hear what they're chanting as I have to have the commentary off while I'm live with you. But yeah, I imagine the chants are, "We don't care about Gino." Yeah. I'm sure that's what they're chanting, which is great to hear, of course. Or a bit of Tom Clever, lay. Love that chant. So yeah, Coventry City here. Set piece, foul committed. I can't remember who it was, but a decent position to get a good cross into the box. Watford seem today so far, it seems like we're doing man marking today from the early stages, or kind of a mix of man marking and zonal marking from what I've kind of seen so far. Come on, referee, blow your whistle, mate. Get on with it. Taking about a minute to get this set piece arranged. Oh, I mean, Coventry should be ahead. They should be ahead. Another big chance. That time, the shot skewed over the bar at the back post. A dangerous ball in from that set piece. Watford couldn't clear. And yeah, the ball goes over Jonathan Bond's crossbar once again. But another close opportunity there by Coventry City. The Hornets House says, I'm watching the game on one side of the screen and this stream on the other. You're at the exact same second. Oh, that's good. So it's like you're getting the Watford Way live commentary. Well, I wouldn't say I have a natural commentator's voice. But I try my best. Oh, Rocco Vata. Very nearly there, actually. A nice through ball through to Rocco Vata. I can't remember who it was from. It might have been from Tom Deli Bashiru, Edu Kayembe. But yeah, Rocco Vata, if he took that ball in his stride, he probably would have had a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. So, yeah, a good chance there for Rocco Vata. He just couldn't quite get his touch right there. Matthew Pollock on the ball at the moment. Vacuum Bio making a run. Here's Vacuum Bio! Oh my god, the ball falls to him. He made a run in behind. Defender makes a mistake. Bio passes it to Tom Deli. And we've kind of gone backwards here. Here's Georgie Shakvatatse. Larouche crosses in to the back stick. No one's there. Here's Kayembe. Can Kayembe have a shot? He faffs around with the ball. Goes backwards to Tom Deli. Into Georgie Shakvatatse here. Edge of the Coventry box. Into Larouche. Our left wing back for today's game. Larouche taking on his man. Larouche into Vata. Vata shoots. It's blocked. Headed away by Coventry, but it's back into the Watford possession. Here's Georgie Shakvatatse once again. Georgie looking to find Bio at the back post. Tom Delly recycles possession. Here we go. Our best spell of the game so far. LaRouche. Poor ball from LaRouche. Back to Georgie. Come on, Watford. TDB now on the ball. James Morris. Back to Georgie. Georgie with a lovely ball finding Kayembe. Oh, and no one's there. A lovely ball into kind of the centre spot of that penalty area. And there was no Watford players running onto it. Here's Georgie once again. Yeah, he's going to have to go backwards here. We're under a little bit of pressure from Coventry. And yeah, we've gone back to Matty Pollock. And yeah, it goes out for a Coventry goal kick. Georgie Shafatatse didn't quite have the pace to get on the end of that pass there from James Morris. But a good spell from Watford, actually. I felt like we could have done slightly better with them opportunities. But our best attacking spell of the game so far. Nearly a quarter, well, nearly halfway through the first half, I should say. It's going very quickly, actually, today. And thank you for everyone tuning in as well. It's really appreciated. Auntie Angie says, James, what's the time on your live stream? I'm on 19 minutes, 31 seconds, Angie. You probably are, actually. I mean, that's how silly the football regulations are in the UK, that you can watch... You're actually in the USA, Angie, and you're going to be ahead of me when I'm here in the UK. I mean, that's how strange it works with our television deals here. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind if people spoil it, to be honest, because my focus is mainly on the game. Do not worry. Ellis Sims gets in behind here. Great defending. I don't know who that was. It might have been Edu Kayembe, actually. Did really well to track back, and that looked like a certain goal again. For Coventry, some last-ditch defending. Thomas Asante looking very dangerous alongside Ellis Sims in this game. Oh, I'm just hoping this purple shirt brings me luck, because the last time I wore this, we got that 2-0 win over Derby County, if you guys were here for that. Watford giving away a free kick. Looks like someone's getting yellow carded here. So Edu Kayembe, I think that's a soft yellow card from the referee, really. I mean, it wasn't a vigorous, dangerous challenge. Nah, that's not a yellow card for me. I mean, I don't know if you guys are watching, but Kayembe just gives his shirt a little tug. I don't think that's a yellow card offence personally for me. But again, Coventry City now have an opportunity from not shooting distance per se, but definitely, you know, in range of getting, you know, a good ball into the box. Come on, Watford. So Watford defending in front of the travelling fans. Goes to the back post. I think that was a foul in the build-up. So the referee gives Watford a free kick. Lovely stuff. Chris says, you warns. George, I hope you've recovered from your illness, George, by the way. I know you said you couldn't go to the last home game when I spoke to you because you were feeling so unwell. But hopefully, George, you've now recovered. You say we are awful. Well, George, to be fair, we haven't conceded a goal. So that is a marked improvement on recent times, I have to say. I mean, for me, I mean, it might be a controversial opinion, I don't know, but I would absolutely take a 0-0 at half time anyway, just to regroup and go again. Porteous out wide to James Morris, who's playing as a left centre-back today. Oh, Georgie Shafatatse with a lovely ball over the top in behind to Rocco Vata. Oh, Rocco Vata just tried a little bit too much there for me. Just overcomplicated the scenario slightly, trying a few too many skills, but what a ball that was over the top from Georgie, our magician. And yeah, I'm hoping the my brother is there. My younger brother is there, so I'm hoping the camera pans and zooms into the stand so I can see my brother with his mates. I think that would be quite funny. I've seen a photo of where he's sitting, so I should be able to locate him if the camera zooms in. No problem, George. You're right. Very happy to have not conceded. Obviously, I don't want to jinx it. Touch wood. No real goal threat is worrying. Absolutely. Hornets House says if there's any further incentive for the boys to put in a shift, it's the scum. Obviously, Luton losing 1-0 to Millwall earlier today as well. I think you know what I'm watching on, George. I don't think I need to tell you. Oh, come on, Watford. I'd love a goal. I'd love to go ahead in this game, get them a 3 points for Clevs. You know, I'm sure the chants are going on right now in the stand as well, supporting the guy. Here is Thomas Asante looking dangerous in that kind of attacking midfield role. Or ball over the top, it's headed clear by, I think, Porteous that time. He's come back into the Watford team today. Georgie Shaffatatse wins it back well for the Hornets. And here is Georgie looking to find Bio. And Bio is not strong enough in that duel there. And he loses the ball, and Coventry City come at us once again. 50 concurrent viewers. Wow. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today. Obviously, I know there's a lot of interest around the game due to the uncertainty around Tom Cleverley, but I also hope, regardless of all the noise, I hope we can all just focus on this 90 minutes of football and yeah, get the 3 points for Cleverley and the coaching staff today, of course. This game really, I know the chance will happen, but this game shouldn't be about Gino. It should be getting behind Cleverley and showing him how much we love the guy, in my opinion. But fans are entitled to do, you know, whatever they want, whether that's Pozzo out, you know, Cleverley or Lay, you know, I don't really care. You know, as long as we win and Tom Cleverley knows we love him, that is the most important thing. Romans, hello. I've never seen you before, so I assume you're new. You say we're still in the game, at least not chasing the game after 5 minutes. Absolutely. Richard Lee, hello. Hi James, what's happening? How's the game going? Well, here's a chance for Watford. Oh, shooting just wide. Jeremy Ngakia there with the shot getting into quite an advanced position. I would say, you know, good in the last 10 minutes from an attacking perspective for Watford, Richard. We started under a lot of pressure from Cov, the Sky Blues. But no, in the last 10 or so minutes, we've had a lot more attacking threat, but not a big clear-cut chance to score a goal yet, is what I would say, which is, yeah, a little bit frustrating. But we do have a corner here now through Jeremy Ngakia's deflected shot. All the Watford centre-backs crowding the Cov goalkeeper there, which is quite funny to see. Okay, so here we go. The corner comes in. Oh, it looks like it hit the post, or it was punched clear there by the goalkeeper. Rocco Vata recycles possession for Watford. Poor ball by Vata. Kayembe wins it back. Here's Kayembe. Ball into the box. Cleared. Rocco Vata. Go on, son. Have a shot. He loses it. He loses it. Ngakia. Kayembe. Nice pirouette turn there by Kayembe. Into Tom Dele-Bashiru. Here's Ngakia. Watford again, still down this right-hand side, trying to make roads into the penalty area. And yeah, Watford lose possession, and that's a foul by Jeremy Ngakia. Silly from Ngakia there, really. He didn't need to foul the Cov play. He was going away from goal. And yeah, unfortunate. Ngakia's gone down here, kind of holding his ankle. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know if that's just him pulling up his sock, or yeah, he is actually kind of holding his ankle here. He's moving his left ankle around here, Jeremy Ngakia. He looks to be in a little bit of discomfort, so I'm not sure if the physios are coming on. He's been helped up there, I think, by Yasser Larouchi, so hopefully Ngakia will be okay. Of course, we don't need any more injuries at this current moment in time, so yeah, every time a player goes down, I'm like, oh my god, you know, please be okay, please be okay. But yeah, he looks fine to me. So Damon Lanthorpe there and Tom Cleverley on the touchline. Tom Ince just going out to warm up. And yeah, Angie over in America watching on Paramount Plus. Interesting. Here's a Cov goalkeeper looking to play out from the back. Passing to the centre-back whose name I will not attempt to pronounce. I am sorry. I'm not going to try. Oh, that's unfortunate. Watford could have been on the counter-attack there. Looking at the Watford player ratings on FOTMob, Tom Deli Bashiru actually has the lowest rating at the moment of 6.0. Obviously, we can't judge too much at this current moment in time. But yeah, 30 minutes gone, 15 minutes of normal time to play until we reach the halfway stage. I did have a haircut yesterday. I don't know if you guys can tell. I didn't have loads taken off, but I went a bit shorter on the side. So yeah, I look like actually like a Lego minifigure. Is I mean I'm literally like taking a piss out of myself here, but honestly, my haircut is like a Lego minifigure. It's got that look to it. If you know what I mean. Oh dear. I go to a Turkish barber actually, and we were talking about Ozan Tufan, which I found quite funny. The Turkish barber was saying how he's an overweight player, to which I said, yes, that's what we all thought when he was at Watford. So yeah, it was a good laugh speaking to my barber about Tufan yesterday. And she says, James, I've never really watched Bio over the past few matches, and you're starting to see what I mean about him. Yeah, but don't get me started on Bio. Don't get me started on Sissoko. I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 Watford players I could sit here and rant about really, but I don't think it's necessary to do during the game. Bio hopefully will pop up and prove us all wrong and score a couple of goals today hopefully. But yeah, he's not the greatest striker in the division, Angie. Here come Cov down the right-hand side. And they've scored. It's 1-0 Cov in front of them Watford fans. I think it's fought with the goal. And yeah, they go ahead and probably deserved. Of course, they put us under a big period of pressure at the start of the game. Frustrating. It really is. So yeah, 1-0 Cov. I'm just watching this move back here. It's probably down to Ngakia. I mean, it's Ngakia's man. He's tracking who scores. It's a good ball into the box. It's Ngakia. Yeah, Ngakia's just not strong enough there. He's not, he's not scanning enough. He's not aware of his surroundings. And yeah, 1-0 Cov. Taught with the goal. So yeah, there we go, guys. I'm sorry. We've conceded. I feel sorry for my brother who travelled up there as well. I mean, hopefully he'll see a Watford comeback in the second half. Frank Lampard looking smug, which is irritating. I mean, this is the worst possible scenario because you never know with Gino. I mean, Gino could. He released a statement this morning saying he backed Cleverley, and then later this evening he could sack Cleverley after this defeat if it happens. So anyway, let's just keep our focus in the game. Here's Edo Kayembe. Our only real 2 attacking threats today are Vata and Georgie. Those are the 2 men we need to get involved, and if Coventry are going to mark them out of the game, it's going to be difficult for Watford to really create anything meaningful. But no, let's stay positive, because I feel like I've gone into quite a negative mindset. Let me just shake it out of me, refresh, and yeah, hopefully we can get back into this. So 33 minutes 20 seconds gone. Rocco Vata going for the long throw here. Rocco Vata looking to find Ryan Porteous. It's headed clear by Coventry. The ball falls back to Vata, who I thought was going to shoot first time. He doesn't choose to do so. And yet Ngakia, the Preston game was poor. He was poor in that goal. You know, maybe it's time to change the fullbacks again and bring Ryan Andrews back into the fold potentially. I'm not too sure. James Abankwah, you know, could come back in potentially. We'll have to look at the bench at half time. But, you know, still plenty of time to go in this match. You know, well over, you know, a half of football to be played plus extra time. But yeah, Tom Cleverley looking quite glum on the touchline, chewing his gum. I'm sure he's quite nervous about his Watford future, but he has acted with incredible professionalism and dignity in the past few days. I love Tom's haircut, actually. You know, next time I get my haircut, I might say, can you do me a Tom Cleverley? But I think he's got like naturally curly hair. I mean, you can see my hair's, you know, very straight, so I don't think it would work on me. But yeah, I love Clev. Like, I love his dress sense. And yeah, the way he speaks. I mean, if he's got a stylist, I'd love to speak to them. Watford under pressure again here. Jonathan Bond coming out to claim that loose ball. Bondy wearing the pink goalkeeper kit today. You are that way inclined. I know we've got a yellow kit, and I think we've got a green goalkeeper kit as well. The yellow one looks really nice, actually. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the pink. In my opinion. Yeah, Coventry passing around quite comfortably. I mean, I'm not going to lie here. Watford not really applying too much pressure so far. I mean, usually with teams who sit back like we are at the moment, you have a trigger, and once that trigger goes, the rest of the team pushes up to press. I'm not entirely sure who Watford's trigger is today. I think it might be Rocco Vata, potentially. But yeah, Watford very... we don't seem to be going on the front foot today. TDB goes down there. Foul from Asante on Deli Bashiru, and Watford have a free kick. Taken quickly. Here's LaRouche. Cross comes in, claimed by the Coventry goalkeeper. Can I have a Tom Cleverley? Yeah, I don't know if my barber would know what I'm talking about, George, but yeah, he's got a good trim, Clevs. I've got to say, he looks well groomed. He's a well groomed guy. Angie says, you need that green kit. So bummed out about Batman's injury. You know he's my boy. Yeah, I know you love Batman. I know you love Batman, Angie. Hopefully he'll be back for you sooner rather than later. It looks like 2 to 3 months. So kind of late March, early April potentially for the return of Batman. I mean, Watford may still bring in a goalkeeper during this transfer window. We don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. Good defending there by Edu Kayeme, getting back and helping out his fellow centre-backs in a deeper role. Lovely pass to James Morris. He finds Georgie. Here we go. Big chance for Watford. Georgie finds Bio. Oh, Bio. What a waste. What a waste. Here's Georgie again. Have a shot. Have a shot. Oh, Vata. Oh, my God. I tell you what, Bio, I mean, for a striker who's meant to help score and assist goals, he seems to break up and break down attacking moves. Frustrating. Here's Kayembe. Plays it back to Porto. So yeah, Matty Pollard at the centre of the back three with Porto on the right and James Morris on the left. For me, I would have liked to have seen Angelo Ogbonna come in due to his vast experience, but Tom Cleverley, for some reason, doesn't seem to rate Angelo, or at least he's not playing him at the moment. So, yeah, an odd one. Here come Watford again. Porto bringing the ball out into Ngakia. Vata takes a poor touch. A terrible shot by Kayembe. What a waste. Still stays in possession though. Here's Yasser Larouchi. I thought that was going out for a Cov throw. Larouchi. That's poor. Larouchi goes down as well with some sort of injury here. And Coventry continue playing on. So Watford have a player down injured, and Coventry have not shown a lot of professionalism and have carried on playing. So Watford down to 10 men defensively whilst LaRouche is down with this injury. Please don't concede now. Saved by Bond. Ball comes in again. Ngakia doesn't clear it well enough. Vata's back now. Asante. Sims to the back post. Oh my God. Watford living on the edge. We're living on the edge. Is Larouche okay? I mean, we've carried on playing. I don't know what's happening. Has Larouche got back up? I can't see him on my feed here. So Larouche goes down towards the top end of the pitch with an injury. I don't know why we've not put the ball out. Maybe Larouche is okay. There he is. So, yeah, Larouche, if he wasn't actually injured, he's caused Watford loads of problems there because he's back up now and seems to be okay. And it frustrates me when players do that. I know James Abankwah was quite inexperienced, but James Abankwah went down really easily for the Preston goal, trying to win a foul. It looked like Larouche might have done the same in this situation. And then it can lead to the opposition, scoring goals, especially when you're down to kind of, 10 men. So strange behaviour there from Yasser Larouche. Really is. Hobby Town says doesn't look like you've missed much. No. Not at the moment. Plenty of time to go though. Plenty of time. I'm always the optimist. We're only one goal down. Plenty can happen in the second half. So Pollock into Kayembe, and Kayembe plays it straight back to Matty Pollock. James Morris into Georgie here. Here's Ryan Porteous again. Ngakia into the box. Cleared by Cov. Looks like it's going out for a Watford throw. Vata wants to keep it in play, and he does so. Porteous looking for the ball to Tom Dele-Bashiru. Tom Dele shoots. Saved. Bio heads. And it's saved again. Oh. Good play there by Tom Dele-Bashiru. The touch, the turn, the shot. I'm just watching it here on the replay. Really good work from TDB, forcing the goalkeeper into the save. And the Vacuum Bio, as I always say, he should do better there. He should get more power on that header. I mean, it come at him quite quickly, is the argument I could say. But yeah, not really fantastic there from Bio. But the best opportunity of the game for Watford so far, I would say. Tom Dele-Bashiru there. Lovely touch, the turn, the shot, albeit it was straight at the keeper. But yeah, Watford's best moment in attack of the game. 42 minutes, 30 seconds gone on the clock. Dovin with the goal kick for Coventry City. Oh my God. Oh. So Dovin for Coventry. I don't know how to describe what I've seen. He goes to kick the ball. The ball comes off of Bio's back. Bio chases it down. Rocco Vatta's running through, kind of free. No one's tracking him, and Vatta shoots, and I don't think it even took a deflection. I think it was just kind of a miss kick there from Rocco Vatta. A difficult shot to execute, by all means, but another chance for Watford goes begging, unfortunately. I'm just watching this back in the replay. Vacuum Bio, he just doesn't react quick enough. Can we get me to 40 likes? I don't know how many we are away from that, VJ, now, but yeah, if we can hit that goal, we'd be much appreciated, of course, by hitting the subscribe button down below as well. That always helps out the channel as well. And like someone did earlier, you can also become a channel member to get access to extra videos. Once every 2 weeks or so, I'll usually put out a member-only video. You get loyalty badges to use in chat, custom emojis, and early access to some videos as well. So if you are interested, you can also become a channel member. The link to that is pinned in the live chat and is in the description down below as well. Oh, I'll tell you what, the Coventry goalkeeper looks rattled. I mean, he just tried the Batman Cruyff turn and Rocco Vatta nearly won the ball back. Oh, we need to target this goalkeeper more. I mean, he looks really poor. Yeah, Dovin for Coventry. I mean, it might be my lack of ball knowledge, but I've not heard much of him prior to today's game. But yeah, he looks quite uneasy, especially when he's on the ball and trying to play out from the back. So, yeah. We're into the 45 minutes now and an extra time. I'll just wait to see how much time has been added on here. VJ says we are a second half team. I mean, we have been all season, haven't we, VJ? Let's be honest here. So 1 minute of added time, not a lot, not really a lot at all. I was expecting a bit more than that, actually. So yeah, 30 seconds to go. Jonathan Bond goal kick. So this should be half time for Watford. I mean, clearly disappointed to be losing, but it could be worse, actually. I mean, Coventry have had more chances to go ahead that they've not taken. So yeah, an interesting game. I think it's been quite equal. But yeah, it is half time now. So Callum hopefully should be joining us again to give my voice a slight rest at the interval. Yeah, an interesting half of football. I'll bring Callum in now, actually, because I can feel my voice going and I need a drink. Callum, from your perspective there, a very end-to-end match for Watford. We started the game not really having any attacking threat at all, but towards the end, actually, we were getting some shots away on goal. Tom Denny Bashiri there towards the end of that first half with a very good touch, turn and strike on Dobbin in that Coventry goal.
Exactly, yeah. I think Coventry have more end of the chances. I think they've been a lot more threatening than us, especially in that first half there towards the first 20 minutes. Had plenty of chances, and deservedly, I think they have gone one goal up. But yeah, I think towards the last 10 minutes, we obviously did show that we have a bit of attacking prowess. I think there was just loads of waste chances that we really could have done stuff with. I know Bio scuffed 2 chances where it could have where we really could have put on some more momentum, and of course that really...
Also, Cal, talking about Bio, Dovin in the Coventry goal, I mean, he looks a complete mess to me. I mean, that goal kick that come off Bio's back, Bio chased it down, and I think he took too long to find Rocco Vatta in that space, didn't he?
Exactly, and there was also that moment where he was kind of playing around with the ball, was in his own box, and then Vatta was chasing him down, almost kind of panicked, and then turned the other way, and was just managed to get the ball out of his feet, and that was like in the 42nd minute. So it proves that he is a bit shaky in net. That could be used to our advantage if we really do up the ante and show that we have our that we have a bit more attacking prowess. I can't get my words out. That we properly go at them in the second half, because we've got nothing to lose. We are 1-0 down. We have the ability and we have utilities off the bench. We can use players like Ince or Saul warm up, who can use the experience to really go at the defense of Coventry. Yeah, it's just ultimately we just need to show a bit more, a lot more threat, a lot more attacking threat, and finish and stop wasting chances. Essentially, that's what I've seen a lot more in this first half.
West Brom 4-0 up against Pompey. That's what we like to see. If you guys didn't see, actually, the other day, Quadway Bar absolutely rattling the Pompey fans on Twitter, which was really funny to see. I'll read you through the substitutes now, Cal, before I head off for a quick toilet break. Miles Roberts is our backup goalkeeper, of course, in the bench. We've got Ogbonna, Sierralta, James Abankwah. I think could be a good option for Ngakia, who I feel has struggled, Cal, in that first half. Ryan Andrews, another option at right back. Musa Sissoko is on the bench. I don't want to see him, this is not the game for Musa Sissoko. I could argue no game in football is for Musa Sissoko anymore, but that's a conversation for another day. You mentioned Tom Ince there, Cal, who could potentially come in maybe for someone like an Edu Kayembe, perhaps. Amin Nabizada from the academy. Is it out of the question that he has some minutes today, Cal? I mean, he's doing superbly well across all age groups. I'm sure you've seen on Twitter, if you follow the Watford FC Academy account, scoring, bunches of goals week in, week out. Is he an option to potentially bring on in that attack and midfield area, perhaps?
Well, let's see, why not? I mean, ultimately, I think we have got some midfield options, like we just mentioned there. Hopefully, we don't see Sissoko come on, but ultimately, if we do see the game out, and if we do regain a lead, or if we do get a lead in the second half, and he's someone we can really think about bringing on there. He is young, he's youthful. He brings a lot more energy to the game. Ultimately, he's someone that we can see the game off with, just replacing someone who may need a bit of a rest, like we said there, for Chatforddatse or Edo Kayembe, as I can see here from what SofaScore's telling me. Just obviously, I do apologise if I'm wrong, but I can see that we moved to still at the 5 at the back, but we've moved Edo Kayembe and Tonde Libishuru as the midfield pivot, and we've got 2 up front now in Vata and Bayo. So ultimately, it could be a case of resting Chatforddatse, moving in towards the end of the game, bringing on someone maybe like Mamadou Doumbia as well, who of course brings a lot of pace. He's rapid. He's someone that can chase on loads of balls and ultimately just see the game out. And then to really steady the ship, we could probably give someone like James Morris a bit of a rest there. Like we say, he's young. He needs that time to especially with the injuries that we've got in defence, and we could bring on someone like Abankwah or Bonner just to really to see the game out. But there's options we have on the bench that I think could really be used to our advantage, and hopefully we can see a lot more attacking play step up in the second half.
What is it, do you think, with Angelo Ogbonna and Tom Cleverley at the moment? Because Ogbonna is fit, he's available, he's the most experienced central defender we have at the club. He's left-footed, which is a rarity in football nowadays. You have to pay a high price for a quality, left-footed player nowadays. What's going on, Cal? I mean, James Morris, no offence to the guy, but I'd much rather see Ogbonna in over him, at least in my opinion. What's your thoughts on that whole kind of Ogbonna, not being selected situation?
I mean, in fairness, I was shocked when I saw James Morris in the starting lineup, as was many people in the chat, as were you, because I was expecting Sierralta, but ultimately he's been dropped to the bench as well now, and he's also not an asset we can use. But with Ogbonna, everyone saw him as a real, staples, like real statement signing that we brought in the transfer window. We thought he was going to be a real asset to us. His experience is unbelievable in the Premier League. He's a real servant at West Ham. Came to us and we expected him to practically start every game, but of course in the first few games we did see him get that injury, and that really did has affected his time with us massively. So to see him back now and to see him fit, despite his age, he still definitely brings a lot of defensive experience, and could really shore up the defence with Pollock and Porteous. There we go. That's a hard thing to say. And bring off someone with tired legs like James Morris, who is still young, and there's more chance of him really getting an injury the more that he plays. And we aren't really in that position where we can afford to lose anyone in defence that much anymore. So we can, especially around that left hand side. I mean, Larouche is good, but again, to have him as our only stalwart left back option, and not really too sure about that, or left wing back option. So definitely I'd love to see someone a lot more suited in that position, like who is a centre back like Ogbonna, because ultimately we've signed him, then really what's the point in if we're not going to play him?
And very quickly, Cal, before I shoot off for a couple of minutes, Ngakia at fault for the goal, would you say? I mean, that's what I said during the watch along. It looked like it was his man that scored. He felt a little bit too weak in that duel to me. Would you say it was a good cross, or would you say Ngakia should do better in that situation? And I'm just going to head off now just for a few minutes while you discuss that.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, with Ngakia's... Ngakia should have marked his man better, of course. He's not exactly the tallest man in the world. So we saw in that we've seen... the person who put in the cross, I can't remember his name. If anyone remembers in the chat, just do let me know who the Coventry player was to put in the cross. But ultimately, I've seen, especially in real life, that Ngakia isn't exactly the strongest. I think he is quite defensively vulnerable, almost in a sense. There, he does almost kind of panic when he's put in a situation like that, where he's kind of has to mark a man that's significantly taller than him, because I definitely did see the size difference. Of course, the cross went in and scored. But obviously, of course, do put your thoughts in the chat as well, and I'll try and get through everyone's questions. Whether that's regarding the first goal or the lead up to it, or just have any questions for me in general. It doesn't have to be football related. Just anything that you have for me, I will do my best to answer. Let me just quickly get the chat back up, just so I know. We've got 36 of you in here. Everyone do hit that like button and see if we can get the Watford way to 40 likes, as VJ said earlier on in the chat. Just going to go through a few scores as well. Just while we wait for a few questions to come in there. I've already seen one from Tom Potts saying that West Brom has gone 4-0 up against Pompey. That may have changed, but I'll just quickly just check now to see all the live games that are on. We can see Norwich absolutely pummeled Swansea earlier on 5-1. Stoke and Oxford drew 0-0. Luton, the Scum, lost 1-0 to Millwall. We've got Sheffield losing 3-0 to Hull, which is a massive result for Hull, especially towards the bottom end of the table, and that could play a massive part in Sheffield's promotion race. West Brom, of course, they're winning 4-0 against Portsmouth, as I just said there. Preston beating Middlesbrough 1-0. QPR, Sheffield Wednesday 0-0. Cardiff and Derby 0-0. Coventry, of course, 1-0 against Watford. Sunderland holding out a 0-0 against Plymouth Argyle, which again, Plymouth Argyle rock bottom of the table, could be a good result for them if they can salvage a point up in the Toon. And Bristol City versus Blackburn Rovers at 1-1. So those are all the scores currently at the moment. Cal, it was Jack Rodoni for the assist for the first goal. Thanks for letting me know there, Matt. Yeah, Rodoni. Again, I think he's also done quite well as well in that attacking front there, providing the service over. We've seen Jack Bidwell get a lot more involved down his side. They've proven as players that can cause a bit of a hard time for Larouche and Ngakia, but I've seen Larouche being quite active up that left hand side. Of course, before he got knocked down. Don't know whether he is okay to continue on, or whether that may be a substitution that Tom could think about moving on there, and then moving maybe James Morris to the left wing back spot and bringing on someone like Ogbonna or a Banquer. But it's we just need to really identify the players from Coventry's system that have been quite active down the side, and someone that we could mark and become a lot more defensively astute. Hello, James.
What have you been talking about, Callan? Enlighten me.
So I was kind of just moving on there and referring to Coventry's first goal, and I was kind of stuck on who got the assist, and then Matt very kindly reminded me that it was Jack Rodoni who got the assist for the goal there, and I was kind of just saying in regards to Ngakia's size. I've seen him live at the Vic, and I think he has improved since I've last saw him, but I do think he's quite defensively vulnerable. I think he does get quite afraid in those situations where he's being marked against a man who's significantly taller than him, because we know Ngakia, he's actually the tallest for a right back. But yeah, ultimately, it was a very good cross at the end of the day there, so you can't really take too much slack off Ngakia. It was a very, very nice ball, and Tort finished it very well. So, yeah, I'm kind of split. I'm really half and half. I think Ngakia probably kind of done a bit better and pressurised him a bit more, but again, that comes with experience. Rodoni, he's significantly taller. I'm just trying to find out how tall he actually is. But nevertheless, it was a good cross, and then Tort finished it off brilliantly.
Question from VJ. Best ever TV series, Cal? For me, Ted Lasso, I would say. What would you go with?
God, you're always in the mind of football, aren't you? It never leaves you, does it? Yeah, for me, I'd probably say, best ever TV series. Fun enough for me, I don't actually really watch TV. I'm just, I'm a bit, I'm an online type of guy. I watch YouTube. If there was anything I was to really move on to, it'd be Netflix. But yeah, for me, best TV series, I'm gonna have to go. Does Breaking Bad counts, right, as a TV series?
Yeah, I mean, it's on Netflix, right? So I mean, that counts, doesn't it?
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's either that or Prison Break.
Yeah,
It's either one of
okay.
them two.
I'm not into them types of shows really. As you say, my life, Callum, is just totally football dominated. So of course, my favourite TV series is related to football. And yeah, for everyone who asked last week, I've still not had a Nando's, by the way. That hasn't
Oh, it's
happened.
poor.
I'm sorry. Jerry Studworth Cow, our good friend, says, I told you Watford would lose. Thanks for hopping in, Jerry, once again. Of course, Wildstone are playing right now. But yeah, who knows, Jerry? In the second half, we can come back, get a couple of goals and get back into the game. But yeah, I've just remembered I've left my drink downstairs, so I'll just go and grab that. And then the players are just coming out as I speak now, so I'll literally be two seconds once again, and then we'll be back for the second half. So I'm gonna have to leave you again just for one moment, Callum. Bear with me.
Don't worry, I'll steady the ship. All good. I'll just go through two comments I've just seen there. Just a score update there from Matt saying James. Well, James is gone now, so I'll take it as Cal. Wolves 0, Arsenal 0, with Miles Lewis Skelly getting the red card, so the Arsenal down to 10 men. An advantage for Wolves there. And also, we know that Miles Lewis Skelly and I think it's also Ethan and Waneri get their first starts for Arsenal as a duo. So, it does prove that Arsenal really are investing in the future. And Miles Lewis Skelly, despite getting the red card, obviously he won't be in the next game, but has been quite solid with his time playing at right back, and Amaneri looking like a real attacking threat in the central attacking midfield position. And we've got Westy in the chat there saying, don't think that was a bad half of football at all. 2-1 is still on. Of course, a game's never end at nil. But again, a game is never over at 1-0. Of course, we can always bring it back there. As we just show a bit more, attacking prowess, show that we can finish the goals. We had a lot of wasted chances in that first half there. Bio, to name a few, he had quite a few chances which he could have controlled better and really build up the momentum of play. If we just prove what attacking team that we are and the quality that we have and the assets we can use off the bench, we can absolutely still get back into this game and even get our noses in front. Brilliant stuff. Of course, everyone liked the stream as well. Like I've said, just to kind of buy time waiting for James to return, and there he is. That's absolutely perfect time. Yeah, brilliant stuff. I just want to quickly get your thoughts before I leave you. We've got Westy in the chat there saying that don't think that was a bad half of football at all. 2-1 is still on, of course. A game is never over at 1-0. We can always still make our way back into this. So what do you think we need to do, and what do you think we need to change?
Well, firstly, Westy FM, what a guy. If you know, you know. You don't understand the reference, Cal, but it's fine. What did you say? Don't think that was a bad first half of football. 2-1 is still on. Yeah, 2-1 is still on. I mean, I went 1-0 for my score prediction. We had the chances, Cal, in there to at least get a goal, I feel, in that first half. We mentioned the Bio goal kick situation. Tom Delly with a decent shot. I think Rocco Vata and Georgie had maybe a couple of half chances, perhaps. But yeah, 2-1 is still on. I mean, probably quite unlikely, but it could happen.
That was my prediction as well. I just want to say that out there. So ultimately, hoping that Watford can do me a bit of justice and hopefully help me get my prediction right. But I'll leave that to Tom's tactical mastermind, and I'll leave that to the players to really put in a shift this second half. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, guys. The players are just coming out now. I know the second half's about to start, so I'll see you guys at full time.
There we go. Thank you very much to Callum there. And yeah, we have kicked off here at the CBS Arena. I'm 45 minutes, 35 seconds as I speak. So yeah, Watford kicking from right to left in the second half towards the away fans, which is always the favourable direction to go. And you want to kick towards your away fans, in the second half, ideally, to kind of draw the ball into the back of the net. But as Westy FM said, 2-1 is still on. It certainly is. We just don't want to concede a second goal, because away from home at a place like Coventry, it's going to be difficult. We'll have to see what happens. But not a lot of options to bring off the bench. As we discussed with Callum there, we're very limited, especially in them attacking areas today. We've lost Festi, Loser and Bar all in one go. Loser and Bar in particular, of course, are massive blows to Watford this season. So hopefully Loser is not out for too long. Obviously Bar, we know he's going to be out for at least kind of a month to 2 months. Should be returning hopefully kind of in March time, it seems like. So yeah, it's a massive loss losing all three of them players at the same time. I've got to say, Preston were quite dirty in their challenges. I mean, Tom cleverly alluded to that after the game on Tuesday, saying how how much they were kind of jumping in. So yeah, we can blame Preston slightly for our injury situation, but yeah, Watford breaking there, won ourselves a corner, 47 minutes, 15 seconds gone. If you want to sync yourselves up with me, and as I said, kicking from right to left towards the away fans in that corner of the CBS Arena, and yeah, my brother's in there. My younger brother is in there, so I really want him to see a goal today because it's his first away of the season supporting Tom. So yeah, hopefully a comeback win for him would be great to see. So the corner comes in towards the near post, and Watford asking for another corner. The referee says no, and it's a Coventry goal kick. Oh, here. Yeah, he looks very nervous taking goal kicks and playing that from the back, Dov, in the Coventry goal. So, yeah, as I mentioned towards the end of that first half, if we can just get some shots on target and unsettle him, I think that's where we'll find our success. I mean, Jonathan Bond, we think, is still carrying an injury for Watford as well. He looked quite uncomfortable against Preston and in the previous game to that as well. So, yeah, hopefully Jonathan Bond doesn't get challenged too much either. I know against Preston on Tuesday, especially, he really wasn't taking any goal kicks at all. He was always handing them to kind of Matty Pollock or Sear Elter on Tuesday night. So, Jonathan Bond, hopefully he's feeling a bit better in himself now. Looks like he's got some sort of hamstring injury potentially. Here's Asante looking to find Sims. Can't get through the Watford midfield. And here's Georgie. And yeah, Vater and Bio, as Georgie had the ball there, kind of looked like they were playing in the front too. It kind of looks like we've changed systems slightly. I'll have to keep an eye on how that develops in the next 10 or 15 minutes or so. But yeah, maybe a slight shift to kind of a front two for Watford, potentially, with Bio dropping slightly deeper and Vater being kind of that forward, pacey runner in behind. You'll have to see what happens. But yeah, continue getting your questions in the live chat, of course, about anything to do with the game or anything about life generally. I'm more than happy to answer anything. And yeah, Watford have a free kick here. Georgie Shakvatatse standing over the ball. It's in from Georgie. Coventry clear. It's a foul, I think, there by James Morris. I'm not sure if the referee is going to book him there. He does so. Again, is that a yellow card? Were Coventry, in the position to go on the counter there? I'm not so sure. Yeah, maybe it is a yellow card, actually. Yeah, I'll retract my statement. Yeah, so yellow card to James Morris there. So that's Kayembe and is it Kayembe? It might have been Ngakia. I can't remember. But yeah, 2 Watford players on yellow cards now in this match. Yeah, Kayembe and James Morris are the 2 players who are booked. And Torp scored the goal, and Radoni with the cross for the assist for Cov's opening goal. Come on, Watford. I always get the most nervous in the second half. If you guys are regular viewers of these streams, my heart rate increases. I get a bit sweaty. So yeah, the longer it stays 1-0, the more nervous I'll get, because they could quite easily score a second and then the game's done. But equally, if Watford nicked a goal, then it's very much game back on. So yeah, all up for grabs at the moment at the CBS Arena. I didn't even realise there was a substitution made at half time. I must have missed that wire shot off for just a minute. So it looks like, if I just refresh my page, yeah, Ngakia come off for Ryan Andrews, which we did suggest in the first half, actually. So yeah, if you aren't aware, Ryan Andrews has come on for Ngakia. Literally must have missed that as I shut off to get the drink I left. So yeah, the first Watford change of this game is in the fullback area. And I did say, you know, Ngakia, he looks like he picked up some sort of niggly ankle injury, and he was struggling for me throughout the first half anyway. I think he was partly at fault for the goal as well, kind of losing his man and not being strong enough in the duel. So yeah, Andrews on. From a attacking perspective, I think that's going to benefit Watford. Maybe not so much defensively. The other championship scores on the doors: Bristol drawing with Blackburn, Cardiff 0, Derby 0, Preston 1, Borough 0. Big result for Preston if they keep that. Lots of 0-0s in the division as well. And the biggest result of the day so far is West Brom 4, Pompey 0. So yeah, West Brom absolutely demolishing Portsmouth. Felipe Garjo, greetings, just tuned in. Is the scoreline justified? I would say so. I think Coventry have edged the game. So yeah, I would say the scoreline is justified, Felipe. It's just the midfield area for Watford to me. We just keep getting exposed. You know, whoever plays, whether it's offside there and back in bio, good pass by Tom Delly though. Yeah, whoever plays in that midfield, whether it's Kayembe, Sissoko, Tom Delly, there's always some sort of issue for me, and we've never really had the chance this season to see a loser TDB midfield together, really, and that's been one of the biggest disappointments for me, because them two players, I think, would complement each other extremely well. If Pierre Duomo was fit, that would obviously add to our options to select too. Could you imagine a Duomo, Tom Delly loser midfield? I mean, I think for me that would be such an exciting and dynamic, three midfielders to watch, especially at this level. And here is Tom Delly as I speak, just coming out with the ball in quite a bit of space here, actually. Passes a 5-yard ball there to Georgie Shapatatse, who's kind of assessing his options down his left-hand side. Passes back to James Morris. TDB. Out to Ryan Porteous from Matty Pollock. Here's Andrews, who was criticised by Cleverly, actually, for his training standards and training performances. So, yeah, big 45 minutes of football for Ryan Andrews to prove a point to the Watford manager. Ball over the top, looking to find Rocco Vata here from, I think, Ryan Porteous. N Francis, Cov supporter, listening in from Germany. No problem. Thank you for watching. Andrew, your time, please, James. No problem. I'll just tell you in just a moment. So I'm on 55:43, Angie. Come on, Watford. Time is slowly starting to tick down. About 35 minutes, obviously, of football to play. Not really many options on the bench for Watford to bring on. Felipe says, you think this is the end for Clevs if he loses today? I'm kind of fed up talking about Tom Cleverley's future, but I'll talk about it once again for you, Felipe. Is it the end for Cleverley? I really hope not. I mean, Gino Pozzo, the Watford owner, come out earlier in a statement and said he was backing Cleverley for kind of the foreseeable future for the rest of the season. So if you take Gino Pozzo's statement at face value, you would hope Tom Cleverley's future is safe. When you look at our next run of fixtures and the current state of the squad and what Gino Pozzo has done in the past, for me, I think we'll see Cleverley depart. Maybe not today, but certainly in maybe 2 or 3 weeks' time. Just knowing what the owner's done previously. So here's Coventry with a corner. Headed there by LaRouche. And cleared by LaRouche as well. Sky Does Edit says they hate Watford this season. They should sack Cleverley. That's not very nice to say. What's the Arsenal score? Does anyone have the Arsenal Wolves score for me? I'm intrigued as to how Arsenal are doing today, because I think they've been linked with Matthias Cunha from Wolves. I don't know how heavily they've been linked with him, but I know there are rumours around that they are interested in Matthias Cunha. Here's Georgie Shakfatatse. Again, not really any real support there by Yas LaRouche. The referee saying that Georgie committed a foul there. I mean, I saw no foul. I don't know what the referee has seen there. I mean, Georgie is just... I mean, where is the foul, ref? Where is the foul? I don't know what Georgie could have done there, really. Yeah, some strange decisions by the referee today, especially for the yellow cards. West Brom 5-0 now, apparently. Goodness me. Yeah, Portsmouth getting cooked, absolutely. Arsenal 0-0 as well, apparently. So, yeah, they'll be frustrated with that in their hunt for the Premier League title, which Liverpool looks set to claim at this stage. Here come Coventry again. Towards the back post. Cleared by Andrews. But into a dangerous area. Still inside the Watford penalty box. Andrews really showing his pace here. Really good there from Ryan Andrews. Getting clattered right in front of Tom Cleverley. Yeah, really good determination there. Good offensive determination there from Ryan Andrews to kind of get back and win that ball. It goes out for a Cov throw. Bidwell just having a bit of a back and forth there with Andrews on the touchline. Oh, Arsenal were down to 10 men as well. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Sky Does Edit says, I honestly hate Coventry. Why do you hate Coventry? Are you a rival fan? "60 minutes gone, so we're into the last half an hour of this game, and previously Tom Cleverley has tended to make subs around this time, but as we went through at half time there with Callum, I mean, the state of the Watford bench isn't particularly great. So yeah, it's not superb, is it? You know, we've got Doumbia, Tom Ince. You know, other than that, there's not really any attacking options to bring on. You don't really want to touch Musa Sissoko either. So yeah, come on Watford, come on. So here's the goal scorer taking the set piece. And yeah, the referee saw a foul in the build-up. I mean, this referee, he loves to stop play and for very weak fouls, in my opinion. I mean, just let the game carry on, in all honesty. I'd rather see a game of very few stoppages than a referee constantly calling fouls for very minor infringements. I mean, maybe that's just me being biased. I don't know. But here we go. Here we go. Yas Larouche in some space out wide here. James Morris with the pass into him. Morris over the top looking for Bio. That's poor from Bio again in another offside position. We see this with Bio all the time. He's very lazy when he'll make a run. He'll go into an offside position and then he won't come back. He'll kind of just walk back or jog back into position. And then when the ball comes back again, he's offside. And that was another instance today where Bio is just a bit lazy. He really is. But yeah, I've never been a huge Bio fan since he joined the club. But in terms of his goal scoring this season, you have to give him praise in that aspect because he is our top goal scorer. I don't know how, but he is. So yeah, he does. I mean, he's the best fit striker we have at the moment. So yeah, as it stands, back in Bio will continue to start matches for Watford. Yas Larouche getting involved in a fight here. The referee's desperate to give out another yellow card here. Just control the game, ref. Let everyone play on and stop giving out silly bookings. It's just ridiculous. So the referee is now speaking to his lino. I don't actually know what happened because I was looking at the live chat at the time. I'm just waiting to see if they'll show a replay. It looks like he's going to give a yellow card to Yas Larouche here for maybe shoving someone. Larouche pleading his innocence is saying, it wasn't me, or I didn't do it. So yeah, yellow card for Larouche. Is he going to book the Cov player for kind of instigating the incident? No. So yeah, again, so 3 Watford players booked now. For me, I mean, the first 2 probably weren't yellow cards. Let's see what happened here. I'm just watching back on the replay. Yeah, I mean, it's not a yellow card. It's not a yellow card. I don't know what this referee's issue is. I mean, you know, sometimes they're just desperate, aren't they, to make the attention come to them. Roman says, you know, times are hard when Bio is the #1 striker. Yeah, that is true. That is true. So as a result of that complete waste of, you know, 3 or 4 minutes, Torp is standing over a free kick for Coventry from basically Yas Larouche and a Cov player shoving each other. The Watford players getting wound up here by kind of their physicality. Ryan Porteous getting wound up now. Just need to keep cool heads in these situations. So here comes a free kick from Cov, kind of towards the back post, and goes yeah, well clear of Jonathan Bond's crossbar. So a Watford goal kick. People on Twitter are saying, so poor from the ref. How was he only booked Larouche and not Radoni? I mean, I agree. Really strange behaviour from the referee. Come on, Watford. Ball comes in from Andrews, deflected. Back into our possession. Here's Kayembe. Finds TDB. I mean, Tom Cleverley probably doesn't want Tom Daly to be playing the full 90 today, but I suspect he'll have to, given our current situation. I mean, maybe we'll see Musa Sissoko come on. I don't know, but He's not well liked by the Watford fans at the moment, Sissoko. Come on. We're just not quite clicking at the moment in that final third area. Wildstone losing. Love that. Angie says, swear to God, all the refs across the leagues are acting clinically insane this year. It feels like it, Angie, sometimes. It really does. Just some of the decisions today, like, so Larouche shoved the Coventry player shoves Larouche a couple of times back. I don't mind Larouche getting booked, but then book also the Coventry player. Ryan Porteous and Thomas Asante having, a back and forth here. Asante not releasing the ball. I mean, the referee will probably book us again here, knowing what he's like. Just ridiculous. Good to see Matty Pollock's captain though today. We haven't actually addressed that yet, but of course, with no Musa Sissoko and no backman in the team, Pollock has taken the captaincy, which I feel, long term is obviously the right decision for Cleverley to make. Never mind. Sissoko's come on now. Ignore me. So Deli Bashiru's come off. I've jinxed us there. So yeah, as I was saying, I wasn't expecting Tom Deli Bashiru to make the entire 90 minutes. And yeah, Musa Sissoko has come on. I mean, again, his positioning already is questionable. I mean, he's taken up such an advanced position. Unless that's what he's been told to do, but I don't know. I feel like he should be slightly deeper. I just don't know if Tom trusts him defensively. Here's Vata. Great turn by Vata. Into Sissoko. Come on, Musa. Pick out a pass here. Strange from Sissoko. Finds Vata's head. Cleared by Coventry. Here's Andrews. Shoots. Goes out for a throw. Oh, come on, Watford. This is a bit painful to watch at times. Kayembe. All the way back to James Morris. Can Morris pick out a pass? Looking to find Ryan Andrews. And the lino said it went out, so it's a Cov goal kick. Wasting our time a bit now. I mean, we're approaching 70 minutes played. Coventry making a substitution now as well. So yeah, the two Watford subs so far are Andrews for Ngakia and Sissoko for TDB. Coventry bringing on at least one player here. I think I saw another one getting ready as well. Melanie, one of our channel members, welcome, says listening on 3 counties. It sounds like we're playing okay. I wonder, are we playing okay? Maybe so. A 6 out of 10 I would give us today. Certainly, room for improvement, Melanie. Absolutely. Please do subscribe as well. We're actually 2 subscribers, I believe, away from our goal for today's stream. Totally free to do, of course. Just hit the button down below. And while you're down there, just click thumbs up as well. It really does help us out, of course. So yeah, actually a goal threat for Coventry has come off. Thomas Asante has now come off the pitch, which is good news for Watford. Larouche with some defending to do here. Larouche let the ball bounce, and thankfully it works out in our favour. Bond kicks clear. Yeah, there's no real... In terms of like attacking movements and phases of play, I'm not entirely sure what Watford are trying to achieve today. The referee given another foul in favour of Coventry. Of course he has. I think it was Kayembe that time. Just odd behaviour, really. Yeah, it probably is a foul by Kaimbe that time, just running into the back of the Coventry substitute, Sakamoto. I'm sorry, guys. I wish it was more exciting from a Watford perspective, but we've not. We had a couple of chances in that first half. Tom Delly, Bio, and Vata really had the main chances for us. But Coventry, in all fairness, probably deserve to be ahead. In all honesty, that's not. I could be biased and say no. But watching the game with my own eyes, I think they deserve the lead at this current stage. Free kick block there. Referee says handball on I think Kayembe. So yeah, so they get to take another. So yeah, the free kick was taken. The Watford wall jumps. I'm just watching the replay here. Sissoko. So yeah, apparently handball on Sissoko by the referee there. Sure, whatever. I mean, the referee just seems against us for some reason. I mean, the Watford players, we're just wasting our own time here, just arguing kind of with the players and officials. Oh. So 70, well, we're approaching 73 minutes played now. Sorry, just checking my phone there. Again, Musa Sissoko, just stop arguing with people. Bloody hell, what is going on? This referee is taking the piss. I'm sorry, I very rarely get frustrated like this. How many times is the referee going to delay, speak to people, give out bookings? Just get on with the game. Get on with the game. It's just silly. Oh, for goodness sake. What's happening now? This has taken 2 or 3 minutes to set up this set piece. Rocco Vata lying on the ground behind the Watford wall now. Jonathan Bondas instructing people where to stand. So Torp standing over this. Bloody hell, how long is this taking? This is taking the piss. Honestly. The foul was given, I think, 70 minutes in. We're now nearly at 75 minutes. Free kick. Shot, 2-0. Game over. That's game over. So it's 2-0 to Cov. Game over. Great free kick. Right into the far corner. Edge of the box. That's his second goal of the day, isn't it? It's the same guy who scored that first goal. God. Oh, God. Well, I hope my younger brother had a good day out because he's up in Coventry at the moment. So, whatever. I mean, this is one of our easier games, you would say, as well, we have in the next run. We've got Sunderland, Borough, Leeds, Luton, Norwich to come. God. If you don't laugh, you will cry. So we'll laugh. I don't know what to say, really. Can we red card the ref? Sure. I think we should, Angie, honestly. It's been a disgrace, really, today. But we can't blame the referee for the performance. I mean, we've still not played good enough, obviously, clearly. Coventry, as I say, they deserve to win. I've got no doubts about that. Come on, Watford. It's hard to find a motivation when we play like this, to be honest with you. I feel quite drained. So ball over the top looking for Ryan Andrews there. Ellis Sims. Holding up the ball well. Laying it off. Coventry just passing it about really comfortably now. Nice tiki-taka football at times. Looking really comfortable in possession as well. Brown Electrons, I predicted 2-0 Cov. We need more players. The squad's so thin. It really is. I mean, Gino Pozzo's saying that Tom Cleverley's got the full support. Well, show us, show us where is the support? Where are the new players? They've had the whole window to bring in people, and we're approaching the final week, and no one has arrived other than a 20-year-old Udinese loanee. So, yeah. I'm sorry, I've gone a bit quiet now, but I'm sure you can understand the reasons why. So Allen's coming off the Cov. Some Watford subs coming on as well. I think I saw 2 or 3 Watford players lined up ready to go, but it's too late. It's too late from Cleverley. But again, the players he's bringing on here, it looks like Doumbia and Ince are coming on. They're not really quality. They're not top quality, are they? So Vata and Bio are off. Doumbia has come on. And Tom Ince looks to be coming on. It looks like, James Abankwah. So yeah, James Abankwah is on. And Mamadou Doumbia is on as well. And Ince is on. So yeah, 3 changes for Watford there. Goodness me. Goodness me. Come on, Watford. Come on, let's just get a goal back. So ball over the top for Yasser Larouchi. Larouchi pushes the Cov player. Larouchi has to be careful here. He was on a yellow card. And he's just committed, again, quite a cynical, unnecessary foul. The Coventry player wasn't going anywhere. Strange. Strange from Larouchi. I mean, I don't rate Larouchi at all. I'll make that perfectly clear. I don't think we should sign him on a permanent deal at all. Really poor player. Really is. He almost seems to have regressed since the start of the season. He was actually quite exciting to watch at times towards when he first joined Watford in the summer. But as the season's gone on, he almost seems to have got worse, which is difficult to do, I would say. So I don't know what's happened to Yasser Larouchi. Here's Jonathan Bond. James Abankwah. Abankwah coming out with the ball superbly well, and the referee finally gives a foul in Watford's favour. Watford looking to take the free kick quickly. Coventry don't allow us to do so. The referee, isn't going to penalise them for that, clearly, because he seems biased to me, but there we go. Ball over the top looking for Mamadou Doumbia here. Doumbia, good run actually, holds up the ball well. Lays it off to Tom Ince. Into Georgie. Sissoko shoots. Yes! Come on! Come on! Musa Sissoko with the goal. Get in! Oh, we're back in the game. Get in. Come on. Well done, Musa. Good shot from Musa. Let's just watch this on the replay. All started from Mamadou Doumbia. And yeah, Musa almost shooting. It looked like the ball kind of come up to him on the half volley here. I'm just taking a look. Georgie passes to Andrews, finds its way to Sissoko. And actually, to be fair to Sissoko, he controls it well, and it's actually a good finish. So for all his critics, Sissoko, puts Watford back into the game. So we'll change the score. Coventry City 2, Watford 1. Musa Sissoko with the goal. And again, is it going to be too little, too late for Watford? We saw it in the week with Rocco Vata. Against Preston, a fantastic strike, but it come towards the very end of the game. We've got less than 10 minutes to play here at the CBS Arena now, and Watford could salvage a draw potentially. So, yeah, we'll see. Get in. Tom says, come on. Larouche is a loanee. He is Felipe. I was just saying I don't want us to buy Larouche on a permanent deal. VJ says, Musa. Yeah, to be fair, I mean, decent goal from Musa there. At least my brother saw a goal. My brother, bless him, goes all the way up to Coventry with his mates. First away game of the season, 2-0 down. He's probably thinking, what have I done? But he's seen a goal there. They did put it down on this feed as an own goal, but I'm sure Musa Sissoko had that on target. So, I'm sure it'll go down as a Sissoko goal in the end. Here's Kayembe into Morris. Porteous. Out wide to James Abankwah. Abankwah looks quite comfortable on the ball, actually, to be fair to him. Certainly more comfortable than Jeremy Ngakia. Here's Georgie Shakfatatse. His shirt looks quite muddy, actually. Georgie with a lovely ball over to Ryan Andrews. Look for the overlap, Andrews. Abankwah was there on the overlap. Missed opportunity, really. Georgie, Rocco Vata, into Yasser Larouche. Larouche. Who the hell was that to? I don't know, but Watford still have possession here. Here's Andrews. I'm firmly focused on the game. Here's Andrews. Andrews cuts back. Strange pass. Larouche. Georgie. Shoots. Oh! Oh! What a save. Did that come off the post? Oh my God. Nearly got an equaliser. Oh my God. Blimey. Yeah, I think the Watford fans thought that was in for a moment. Oh, come on, we can do this. I've updated the score, Angie. It's updated. Don't worry, I'm on it. Come on. This has got to be Watford pressure now until the very end. Here's Abankwah. James Abankwah finds Mamadou Doumbia. Has a shot. He slips while taking the shot. The ball falls to Sissoko, who is offside. What a waste. I can see Callum's actually joined the studio. We'll get Callum in for 5 or 10 minutes at full time, of course. Obviously, everything can still change. Watford still have 5 minutes or so plus extra time still to play. Oh, what a save. To be fair to the Coventry goalkeeper, I've just seen another replay of Georgie's shot. My God. Top class save. Down at his near post. A reaction save, I would say. James, BB Sports have got the Watford goal down as an own goal as well. I mean, Musa Sissoko struck it. It was whether the actual strike was on target or not. Maybe it took a slight deflection, and that's why it ended up in the back of the net. But to me, in real time, watching the game, it looked like a Sissoko goal. I mean, Coventry, will use kind of, professional tactics here now just to slow the game down and kind of wind Watford up. I mean, they've taken it over to the corner flag already. Silly from Ryan Andrews. He pushes the Coventry players, getting involved in a fight, wasting more time here. So he'll get booked by the referee again. Ryan Andrews is wasting our own time. And I know he wants to get the ball back. It's just silly behaviour. And it's just immature behaviour. But that's what you'll get with younger players. Just silly from Andrews. I mean, here's the referee again. I think he's actually booking the Coventry player here. Well done, ref. Actually, to be fair, oh no, is he going to book Andrews still? Probably. No. Come on, Watford. Not long left to go. Probably, what are we? 2.5 minutes from 90 minutes. And of course, with the substitutes, you'd imagine 4 or 5 minutes added on, and then anything can happen. It's squeaky bum time, as we like to call it here in the UK. Would be good to get a nice late equaliser, wouldn't it? Here's Georgie passing to Tom Ince. I would say we've probably improved since the subs have come on. I mean, we're definitely pushing a few more bodies forward, but we have to do that given the situation being 2 goals down. So it's natural you'll probably create more attacking opportunities. Doumbia looks a lot more intelligent than Vacuum Bayou does as a footballer, I have to say. Georgie with the header, looking to find Morris, I think, there. Here's LaRouche. Coventry looking to counter. Well done, LaRouche. Back to Bondy. And that's an awful pass from Jonathan Bond. I mean, he's not fit, is he? I mean, he had plenty of time to measure that pass, Bond, and find a Watford player in space, and he kicks it straight back to Coventry. He come on the attack again. Abankwah with a header. Back to Coventry straight away. Shot from distance, goes wide of Bond's goal, and that's a Watford goal kick. Lots of people tuning in, of course. Thank you so much for the continued support. If you are enjoying what you're watching, please do hit the like button down below. And what would help me the most is by hitting subscribe as well. It's totally free to do, and it really does help the channel out. Austin says, late equaliser, hopefully. I hope so, Austin. I really do. Harpan says, do you have any recommendations on sites to buy Watford jerseys? If you want to buy an old Watford shirt, you can go on classicfootballshirts.com. They're a UK-based football, reselling shirt company. Or, of course, if you want to buy a Watford shirt officially, I have to say you have to go through, obviously, the Hornet shop, the Watford FC website. If you wait until the end of the season, kind of April, May time, you can get shirts reduced to about £20 rather than full price at 60. So that's my advice to you. Another Coventry player's picked up a yellow card here, a foul on Doumbia as he was running through a cynical foul. Really was. I think it was Kitchen there with the foul actually. So yeah, Liam Kitchen, a definite yellow card. More so a yellow card than the ones we saw earlier. So here's Watford with a free kick. 6 minutes added on, guys. 6 minutes. We could do this. We could do this. So Paul Robinson and Cleverley on the touchline. It's being spoken to by the fourth official. Here's Georgie with the set piece. Oh, towards the back post. I think it was Matty Pollock. He couldn't quite stretch his leg and reach that. But yeah, I thought that was a decent delivery by Georgie. There's probably one more chance in this game for Watford. There's probably one more chance. Angie says, I am sorry. I know this makes me such an obnoxious American, but I love it when the players fight. I do not love it when the Watford players fight when we're losing because it wastes our own time, which I think we've been culpable of quite often today. How long left, says Kai. I'll tell you, Kai. We've got about 5 minutes left to go. So 6 minutes added time and 5 minutes to be played. Coventry making a late sub here just to waste a bit more time. Frank Lampard is an irritating manager, isn't he? Really is. Ellis Sims coming off, who's been a good, target man up front for them all day. Quality player in my opinion. And yeah, Bassetti has come on for Ellis Sims. So yeah, here we go. 4 minutes left to play. Can Watford fashion an equaliser? Not by doing that, we can't. Is this your manager's last game? We thought it might be, and it still may be, given our owner is crazy. But yeah, our owner put out a statement this morning saying that he backed Tom Cleverley. So if you take his statement as truth, then you would assume it's not his last game. What's the referee talking about now? Get on with it, ref. Honestly, this referee is playing into their time wasting. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's it. The goalkeeper, pull up your socks, tie your shoelaces, whatever. Waste of time. He's actually had a good second half, the Coventry goalkeeper, Dobbin. Really good save from Geordie Shafatatse's shot. I mean, I thought that was a Watford goal. I thought we'd equalised at that time, but he got down at his near post and saved it. Come on, Watford. Here we go. Less than 3 minutes to play of the 6 minutes added time. That's silly. That is silly. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. We have the opportunity to launch the ball forward and we go backwards. And then we launch it forward again and everyone's offside. Honestly. Here's Dovin with the goal kick for Cov. We'll get Callum in just a couple of minutes' time to dissect the game, but there's still a chance here that Watford get an equaliser. Less than 2 minutes to go. My hope is running out. Oh, disappointing. We've left it too late again. We really have. And looking at the next run of fixtures, I mean, I am the optimist, but I can only see defeats. to be honest with you, unless we bring in, prime Messi in the next few days. If we don't bring in any quality reinforcements, Watford are going to drop down the table like a sack of potatoes. So 1 minute, 20 seconds left to play. Jonathan Bond with the ball. Harpan says, bring Rajvic back. Matt says the ref has made this match about him. I agree, but Coventry do warrant the lead in my opinion. And that's poor. Watford playing out from the back. We get caught out. Coventry shoot. Goes out. It's a goal kick for Watford. This is last chance to Loon now. So Eccles with the shot. Goes wide of goal. Less than a minute to play. Come on. Come on. Let's just launch it up the pitch. Come on. Here we go. Abankwa does. So Abankwa launches it up the pitch. Cov call for offside. Oh, and it goes back into the goalkeeper's hands once again. Oh. So 30 seconds left to go. This is going to be it, isn't it? It's going to be full time. Owners are setting Tom up to be sat. Seems like it at the moment, Brown Electrons. Kai says Plymouth just got a last minute equaliser. Fair play to them, absolutely. Were they at Sunderland today? From memory, I think they were. Come on, Bondy. Launched up the pitch. That's full time. Watford lose 2-1 to Coventry. Let's get Callum in for an instant match reaction. Callum, welcome back on. I mean, certainly an entertaining second half from a neutral's perspective. Watford getting that goal back through Musa Sissoko, but we've left it too late again. We saw it during the week, Callum, against Preston. Rocco Batta scoring that late goal. I know it's gone down as an own goal initially today, but Musa Sissoko scoring, I think, in about the 82nd minute, a good strike in my opinion. Is it the end for Cleverley, or do you believe what the owner said this morning, Callum?
Well, yeah, I think we definitely had a better second half, that's for sure. We showed a lot more, we attacked a lot more, like I said, that we should have done in the second half to really put pressure on Coventry. And I think towards the last 10 minutes, we definitely did. And of course, that's when we got the goal right towards the very end. But I do agree on what you said there. We left it way too late to really salvage anything from a game, not even a draw. And I do agree with the comment that was just put in the chat there about the owners setting up Tom Cleverley to fail. Obviously, he does show that that we can get back into games. We have the ability, but at the moment, our squad depth is so thin. The owners, I'm sure they know about the injury situation, the crisis, and Tom Cleverley can only deal with what he's got in the squad at the moment. So, if they really are serious about backing him, they need to give him the utilities. They need to really to elevate the squad and bring in players that he knows will work within his system. He knows the rules of the club. He knows the principles of the club. So why not, work with someone who actually wants to work with the club instead of just being there just to be called the Watford manager, which we've seen a lot of managers do that over recent times. He gets the club, he gets the fans, he commends us, we commend him. We have the strongest relationship. We have the fans united more than any manager and fan connection I think I've ever seen at the club ever since Javi Gracia. So yeah, we need to back this guy. I fully believe we've got a hard run coming up, but what club doesn't have a hard run? I know that this is a game that we probably should have won today because it's one of our easier games that you can see if you're looking at hindsight. But ultimately, I know if we drop down the table, I'm sure many people would agree with this sentiment, but I'll leave you on this. If we fall down the table and we do lose a few games, I'd much rather fall down the table with Tom than with anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll read you the fixtures now, Callum. Watford, Norwich, next Saturday at 12:30. Then we go away to Sunderland the following week, the 8th of February, another 12:30 kickoff. So that'll be the next watch long here on the channel. Sunderland, Watford on the 8th of February. We then host Leeds at Vicarage Road before travelling to Middlesbrough, and then we face Luton at home towards the very end of the month. So, I mean, we could win a few of them. You never know in football, Callum, but if the squad isn't strengthened anymore, I think it's fair to say we're unlikely to win any of them. Is that an overreaction from me, or I know we've beaten Middlesbrough and Sunderland already this season, but we're months on from that point now.
Yeah, we have to be realistic. I mean, like I said there, like every team's bound to have a bad run of games in any time that they have in a season, and also I think our time has come now. I mean, Norwich absolutely pummeled Swansea today 5-1. So it shows really what we're up against. Sunderland, of course, I think they have just got to drop Plymouth Argyle, but on their day they can really be on it. We've got Leeds, of course, they're flying high at the top of the league. That's of course going to be a really tough game to have. Middlesbrough, they aren't any strangers to a good tussle. I think we've already played them before this season, and I don't know. I can't remember exactly what the result was there, but I know they definitely put up a good fight. And then, of course, if there's any game this season that we really need to go all guns blazing with and show a bit of fight and show a bit of heart, it's of course against the Scum. We definitely we need to, like, that's form or position out of the way. That's just fighting for pride and fighting for the badge, which is what Tom knows how to do. He knows how to get the players riled up. He's played against Luton beforehand himself, or he's definitely been in and amongst working with the club to play against Luton. So yeah, I mean, he's already managed a game against Luton already this season. So yeah, if there's any games that that we should really be winning, or at least showing a bit of heart and a bit of fight and go down fighting, it's the Luton game, Norwich game, Sunderland game, and Leeds game, and Middlesbrough game. Those are going to be tough matches, especially where 2 of them are home, 2 of them away. Hopefully we can get the Vic becoming a bit of a fortress again, especially if they do decide to back Tom. We can get the ball rolling and hopefully get a good result out of Norwich and Leeds. But Sunderland and Watford, knowing our treacherous away form, it's going to be a tough one.
You're right. You are right, Callum. It really is going to be a tough one. Very quickly, we'll just look at the player ratings for today. Hopefully, you guys can see these clearly. For Watford, the only player achieving over a 7 via FOTMob is Georgie Shapfatatse, who, yeah, he had a really good game today in terms of from an attacking perspective. He was our biggest threat, I would say. And yeah, pretty poor player ratings actually from a lot of the Watford players. Morris on a 5.6. LaRouche on a 6.6, I would say he was potentially poorer than that. My frustration, Callum, was actually, maybe it was the referee, maybe it was us, but it was the amount of yellow cards we picked up during today's game for just needlessly, committing silly fouls, tugging people's shirts in what weren't dangerous areas, having arguments, pushing people. It was just for a team who are struggling and you want luck to be on your side. I just thought it was unnecessary behaviour from Watford really to pick up these silly yellow cards, and it felt to me like the referee was on Coventry's side. But of course, I'm going to say that, being a Watford fan.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw a few instances where it was just simply unneeded. There was one where I don't know if it was notably one that you picked up with Ngakia in the first half there, pushing over a Coventry player, so unneeded and so just no need to do it. Ultimately, you got to control your emotions on the pitch. That's part of being a professional. So yeah, it was really unneeded really unneeded foul there that he gave off. LaRouche as well, getting a yellow card, and Kayembe. Well, to be fair, with Kayembe's yellow card and the foul that's given against him, I do think it was a bit soft. I'll be completely honest. But ultimately, again, it's something that we need to focus on being a lot more defensively astute. But yeah, and of course as well, completely forgot to mention the absolute manic like few minutes that were going on in the lead up to Coventry's second goal with Musa Sissoko just unnecessarily trying to cause drama. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, the referee stopped the game for about 2 minutes, and of course, like I put in the chat there, absolutely written in the stars that they score from that. So yeah, it's just by the by at the end of the day. But ultimately, whether that's behavioural issues or just frustration that they were losing at the time, we're not too sure. But yeah, it needs to be sorted out. And just one more thing before I go, I just want to point out, I'm starting to now kind of hop onto your train about the Bio situation. That's 3 games now I've seen him in the red. He's got a 6.3 on my rating on SofaScore, and that's been pretty consistent throughout the game throughout. He wasted so many chances today. So many chances, and there's a reason why he got taken off. So he doesn't need. I agree with you when he said there when Mamadou Doumbia came on in place for him. He showed a lot more, IQ, footballing IQ, got himself positionally very well, made some very good runs in behind. Bio just didn't provide any of that and really scoffed a lot of chances today. So whether that's something that we need to use in the rotation for the next game against the next opponent, which is Norwich, God knows what's going to happen there. But I think, yeah, we just need to attack with more intensity and actually really go, all out or gung ho. We're in a position where we know that we're losing, and like I said, we left it far too late. And getting that goal at 10 minutes, obviously that's when Coventry decided to really, park the bus and make sure they saw the game out. So yeah, hopefully against Norwich we can see a better result. But from what I saw today, it's not looking good.
Yeah, you summarised that pretty well there, Callum. I have got to shoot off in literally about 2 minutes because I've got food ready to eat downstairs, which is nice. So I'll be leaving you in just a moment.
Can I just ask what's on the Bachelor menu for today?
You can. I've got sausage ragu tonight.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah, looking forward to that. Can I just ask quickly on the second goal? The initial free kick was blocked by, I think, Musa Sissoko's hand. We watched it on the replay. Was it a handball for you?
It's a really hard one to call. For me, I don't think it was a handball, but that could be up for interpretation in many different ways there. Yeah, especially with how biased that I thought the ref was today. Obviously, giving a lot of decisions over to Coventry, it really could have gone Coventry's way. But hey, it's just perhaps see what happens. If whatever happened.
Yeah, I mean, they ultimately scored the second goal when they retook that free kick from slightly closer to Jonathan Bond's goal. But yeah, we fought back. You could argue, obviously, Musa Sissoko took his goal well, I would say. But ultimately, again, too little, too late for the Hornets. And as me and Callum mentioned there, there's a tough run of fixtures coming up. I'll just plug a few videos on the channel before we head off, and of course please do follow Callum at the Hornets House on Instagram. So yeah, from my perspective, we've got our Cabaselli interview still available to watch, of course. Last night, me and Ned from the Yellow Squared podcast did a stream talking all about Tom Cleverley in the future for Gino Pozzo at Watford, and of course all our regular content will continue over the coming weeks, both here on YouTube with previews, reactions and news, as well as on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and various other platforms as well. So that's all from me, that's all from Callum. Thank you for your time, Callum, and yeah, we'll see you again very, very soon. Bye bye.